Defending data has been a bankable theme, and the need for cybersecurity will only grow greater. Is Proofpoint a safe way for investors to cash in on this burgeoning trend?
Before we fly back from San Francisco, we need to check into one of the most important trends in the world, and that's cybersecurity, which brings me to Proofpoint, the cloud-based provider of people-centric security software. Notice it's people-centric, not infra. And the stock has been on fire. It's up 43% year-to-date, although it's pulled back $12 since reporting what I thought was a really strong quarter. Some thought it was noisy. I don't know. Is it ready to resume its march higher? Let's take a closer look with Gary Steele. He's the chairman and CEO of Proofpoint to get a better sense of how his company's doing and where it's headed. Mr. Steele, welcome back to Mad Money.
Great to be here. Thanks, Jim.
All right, so Gary, you guys, in the time since we started talking, have evolved. I first thought you was like, all right, they're doing email. But now you're doing cloud security, and there's a particular kind of weakness in the cloud that I don't think people even realize that you guys are starting to cover.
Yeah, the reality is attackers are targeting people, and they've done it traditionally on email, but it's expanding as more and more applications or workloads are running in the cloud. That's where people are, and that's where they can be targeted. So we're excited. We announced an acquisition last week called Meta Networks. It gives us the ability to help companies control the access of their employees, and it fits naturally with this broader cloud strategy that we've been rolling out.
All right, so let's say you migrate to the cloud. Is the moment of migration, is that an open door point?
It's a very important point where companies reconsider their security strategy, because traditionally it was the perimeter that controlled everything. Today there really isn't a perimeter, as more and more of these apps and workloads end up in the cloud.
Who's doing the dirty work right now? And are you seeing our partners now, or I'd say erstwhile partners, China, involved in things that you didn't see even 6 months ago?
Well, I think that it's pretty clear that there's a lot going on globally. The geopolitical environment's very much at unrest. And when those times happen, you see a lot more global threat activity. And as a result of that, that bodes well for our business over time.
Yeah, unfortunately it does.
Unfortunately, yeah.
You guys have been adamant on teaching people how to be better themselves. What I find so interesting is you say even one person leaving with a compromised password can take everybody down.
Absolutely, and one of the things that we liked about this new acquisition is that one compromised person can't bring the whole network down, because you can really control the access for every single person, and that's a natural complement of how we think about securing the cloud.
Now, I happen to like Microsoft, and what Satya Nadella is doing very much. He's done a great job. You guys have done a great job, not as necessarily their partners, but as someone who tries to take their software to the next level. How long can you do that before Microsoft says, okay, I like Gary, but enough is enough?
Well, I think that one of the key drivers for our business has been this broad migration to the cloud, and specifically to Office 365. And so we've been benefiting as organizations reconsider their on-premise strategy, think about the cloud. Office 365 is an important way for them to go. And they need additional security controls than what Microsoft's providing today, and we're helping those customers be successful in a Microsoft environment.
Well, who are your key partners? Who else are you working with?
You know, broadly, one of the philosophies we've had as a company is to have a strong ecosystem, so to make it easier for customers to digest all that security infrastructure. So it's everybody from an Okta, which we announced a relationship in the fall.
We love those guys.
And we're
Todd McKinney, he's very bright.
Super excited about that relationship. And relationships that we've had for a long time, like Palo Alto Networks, where we've basically done the technical integration between our products to make it out of the box easy for our customers.
Can you guys do something similar with Google Mail that you do with Microsoft Mail?
And we do. We have many customers running on the broader G Suite, and we support that just like we support Office 365.
Okay, just tell me a little bit more about what you just say, I know without naming any companies, what's been going on right now that people should be guarding themselves against, because you periodically have told us a lot of things that just the common sense things. Don't click on this, don't click on that.
Sure. So the one big theme, and we've been seeing it for a while now, it's been almost a year, but it's really important, is threat actors taking over people's email accounts. So think about someone owning your email account. Being able to send an email as Jim Cramer. That has phenomenal implications. And so we're helping companies today identify that, remediate those kinds of events, and be safer as they move to Office 365 or Google for that matter.
Now, is that something that a state-sponsored terrorist would do? I mean, something like China, or anybody?
So the primary threat actor that we're seeing there is a threat actor group out of West Africa, but we do see we do see it broadly used and employed by a range of threat actors.
Quickest way to stop it, or to protect yourself, change password, what do you do?
Two-factor authentication is a good start. And then we can obviously help detect and remediate.
Oh, that's fantastic. And Okta can do that. I love those guys. They're very, you have great partners. Those are always Palo Alto. Those are very bright people, too. All right, that's Gary Steele, Chairman and CEO of Proofpoint. We've been behind this all the way, and we're just sticking with it. It's PFPT, a great stock to buy in a lot of turmoil. Mad Money's back after the break.
Thanks so much.
Booyah! Jim Cramer here from Mad Money. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube. Click here to subscribe and get the jump on my exclusives with CEOs, plus market news, investing advice, and a whole lot more.